Hello and welcome to my clear of CC. I'm mostly recording this so I can show someone I know, but the easiest way for me to do that is to upload it to YouTube, so here we go. The risks, the easiest way, I didn't realize this button exists just now so that I can see the risks, but so these are the risks. We're taking the attack because we don't fight anything. We're taking all of these because our operators may as well not exist. We're taking all these. If you haven't done this yet and want to copy this, if you don't have bagpipe, you won't be able to do this bit. But other than that, just take all these. Not gonna lie, I don't remember what these ones do. This one here puts this thing in the right. Take this one, not the one at the top. No, on the right. It goes up at the top instead of the right. Goes up here instead of down here. There's probably some way to do it where you do it from down here, but I don't care about that. You want to take all these. That's only if you want to do 705. I mean, again, you're not going to be watching this and doing it because by the time I upload this, it's going to be 1 in the morning. And if you haven't already done this, you deserve it. You take all these. None of these make any difference, so just leave these the way they are. Take all 4 of these. Take all these. I don't think any of these again make any difference. So the only one, if you were trying to make it easier, would be to remove most of these just down to here. That's about it, to be honest. Then for the operators, these are the Mule Caesar is probably the only one here that I don't use. I'd forgotten she was here. You can swap this out for if you have. I'm trying to think. You need someone essentially that has a stun. Or like an AoE slow. I really can't think of anyone off the top of my head. Basically, yeah. Yeah, I actually just can't think of anyone. U official might work. Actually, don't know. Yeah, after being deployed for a certain duration. I don't remember how long this is. This could work. This genuinely could work for the way I'm doing this, but you'd have to time it. Maybe one of the robots. Trying to think of. You also get to listen to this banger for a bit longer if I just talk. Just for Nor. No, don't take for Nor. He won't do anything. Yeah, I don't know. If you dropped someone that could instantly stun in an AoE, there's probably an operator that'll do that. I'm sure when I upload this, Azori will tell me someone that can do that. But yeah, essentially you want to do that. Maybe if you took like Spectre and she used her AoE slow as she died, that might do. I actually could take Texas. In fact, we're gonna take Texas. We're gonna take Texas instead of whoever I just had there. Because they weren't doing anything. They did so little, I don't remember who it was. If you have modules, I don't know what Virtuoso's module does. I don't have it. You don't need it. Really, to be honest. Unless it makes it slow better, which is very wonderful. Suzerain's other module, I think, would probably be better. Because I think it increases this talent, support talent, so that one's probably better. Again, I don't have it. I don't have an ENS module. If you have this skill maxed out, I don't think it makes any difference, but you know. Bring Nebnons. If you have this skill maxed out, which I don't, which I now regret, that'd be better. You bring the Necrosis module. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I think you do. I think you do need that. There's one slot here that doesn't matter, and that's the Golden Glow. With the Golden Glow, bring whatever your favorite ranged operator is. It's very important. Okay. You bring whoever your favorite ranged operator is. Mine is Golden Glow. You know, if you particularly love Click, bring Click. If you particularly love any of these ranged people, you bring them. That's who you bring. You do need 2 Flag Vanguards and Bagpipe. You don't need the maxed out Bagpipe, doesn't matter. And then for your last slot, and I'm borrowing this, but I do have one. I just don't have the module, which makes this easier. you want to use Gladia. Ideally max potential. Actually, I think the way I'm doing this might have to be max potential, but I mean she's a welfare operator, it doesn't matter. Wait, this can't be the one I used because I just did a max risk clear of this. Interesting. So you want to bring this. Skill 3, this needs to be max skill 1, and the hook module is what you need. Bring this. And you'll just kind of see. Oh yeah, the Yato actually isn't necessary. You could bring someone else instead here. Any fast redeploy, to be honest. Anyway, into the actual clear. So I'll do this in 1 time speed just because it's easier. You want to immediately place him here, Elysium here. Place Elysium, and then you activate his skill. Then the moment you have 13, I got good at doing this at fast speed, but we'll do it slow. Place that. Then when this guy gets here, you want to place Ines facing this way. Then immediately place her there. This tech took me ages to get because it took me a while to work out a place I could deploy her, and it turns out they don't attack because they have the thing. Then when you get 11, what you need to do is wait for him to get in this square, and then put Ines facing down here. Now watch this. He'll get rooted, and then for some reason I don't know, Gladia pulls this instead of using on him. I have literally no idea why she does that. Then you want to place, oh crap, you fast redeploy there, and block him. If you have Yato, obviously she kills him. Then you want to activate him for DP, and then you want to activate her for DP, but it really doesn't matter. Second she's done doing that, just get rid of her, and then yeah, that's it. That's essentially the run done for a while. Oh no, you need to take a fast redeploy. We'll use her here and just put them up there. Just let them die. I mean, if you want to save the DP, you know, if you're bored, save them. Like I just tried to. It's pretty easy to do on 1 time speed. If you want to do it for any reason, what you want to do is, oh yeah, you end up leaking a Chimera. You end up leaking the second one as well. So yeah, you just kind of sit here and wait for this. So yeah, what was that, Argus? If you watch this and aren't one of the 2 people I'm probably going to show this to, what do you think of the CC? I thought it was pretty ass, to be honest, but I'd rather have CC than no CC. I'm still just sat here, by the way. I don't know why I'm unpaused. It's literally just sitting here for 1 minute, 2 minutes. It's really annoying trying to do this because the only bit that's finicky is the bit at the end. So we're still waiting. Keep Elysium here or whether your Vanguard for choices. You could do this the other way around and have Myrtle be here if you just would rather have Myrtle on the field. It really doesn't matter. Once this dies and these guys come through, like this. Second this one goes in, put your favorite ranged operator here. And what's going to happen is they're going to get beamed, and then you can activate his skill to build a DP back up. The second these lasers end, that's why we're on 1 time speed, put Ebenholz here. So Ebenholz's skill is up, you use that, and you can underplay him, to be honest, to get the DP back. I hadn't been in my previous runs, but you may as well. Ebenholz will die the second he throws that. And then you want to just fast forward again. So much of this run is just sitting watching it fast forward. What you want to do now is, you can do this the second this guy comes past this, is you want to place your Trap Master of choice. Sorry, I didn't specify this. You need a Trap Master with either a bind or a stun. Doesn't matter which, just either. You'll place your Trap Master of choice over here. And the moment he's dead, you're going to want to place Ascalon here, skill 2, and you're going to want to place your Suzerain here. with skill 3. Then, soon as a couple of these are through, activate her skill, which will massively slow down a lot of these. The second they're all through and on the other side of this thing, you're going to want to stun them so they can get a few stacks of her talent. I'm going to undeploy her because I don't need the stun. I realized this last time, and I'd rather have the DP for safety. Notice everything down here just died. I didn't have to do anything because this is here. If this is here, you just don't have to do anything. To activate Suzerain skill, and that's all of these guys dead. That's that side dealt with. Apart from this guy, but we'll deal with him in a little bit. Okay, this guy, once he's here, you're going to want to place, once he's on this tile here, you're going to want to place your Gladiator. As soon as his beam thing won't hit you, place your Gladiator. Then you're going to want to place your Virtuosa. Then, as soon as he enters that tile, facing left, you're going to want to use your Ines. What'll happen is he'll get rooted just for long enough that he gets stingied. Now, he'll be being slowed by Virtuosa. You can use any slower for this. I just use Virtuosa because it makes the run faster. She's more consistent. You can use literally any slower. I say literally any. You can use seemingly any. I haven't tried it with anyone that isn't her. I just know she makes it take less time. So I use her. I may have somehow messed this up, but it should be fine because I think this ability slows. Nope. Cool. That means I get to re-record this now. Perfect. See how it's not meant to be that finicky. It's actually not failed like that in a while. So what's going to happen is I'm going to redo this entire thing, and you're going to see me. I'm going to cut to that section when we get back there. Right, and we are back to here. This is the point. We've made a slight change to the thing. Took me an extra run. If you bring Spectre with her other module, it just makes Gladiator use her skill more often. That's literally it. Takes her, what, just under 2.5 seconds to charge it instead of the 4 it would normally take her. So it just makes it more consistent. That's the only difference we've made. Oh, obviously we have the Texas because we brought that. One thing I did want to point out is this does need to be facing downwards to kill the stealth guys. The last one just died. I've completely forgot to mention that was why she needed to be face down. Stole that tech from somewhere else. I'm not going to pretend that was mine. I was looking for a way to deal with that and found it somewhere. So back to clearing these. Oh, also the reason we have to use someone down here is because if you put someone up here, they won't fire the beam. He'll kill them too quick. Maybe there's some way you could do it, some frame rate thing, but easiest way to do it is just have someone die. If you have what's her face, she builds more DP. I actually can't remember her name. The British woman. You can just bring her if you really want. Don't use Myrtle here. Myrtle consumes too much DP. Not consumes. Doesn't give as much DP. One thing you can, I'm gonna maybe try now, is not putting Ella over here, because I don't actually think it's required. I think genuinely I don't need the stuns. Yeah, I just genuinely don't think the stun is actually required here. I think these two combined just do too much slow. I think I'd rather have the her for this as like a safety net almost. Because now I can place her here as part of the combo up here, and these guys can be stunned. So, you know, it just gives that extra bit of safety net. Unless, of course, you're an idiot like me and forget that there is actually a deployment limit. Which is fine, because we can just stun him if he gets too far. Suzerain's basically done anyway, so get rid of her. And root him inside the thing anyway, look at that. Annoyingly, she'll never fire another shot, so these mines are all the mines she has. But it shouldn't matter at this point. At this point, he should be stun locked enough that theoretically, like nothing, he should never move. But as we saw in the previous run, he did. Again, don't know why he did that. He just did. Is the answer. I was going to place her, but there's not really much point. His attacks seem to be AoE. I don't know how, if that's a risk I've taken that's caused that. Yeah, if it looks like he's going to step out of the bound, just stun him. There's my mouse is like hovered over it. Just stun him if he looks like he's going to walk out of it. With this guy on the right, he can't be stunned, but I think Ella's mine's actually slow anyway. Maybe they don't. Maybe I'm making that up. But here we're just going to use Spectre to tank him for a moment. Her arts attack plus the slow from it should... You know what? We're going to put Myrtle down. Myrtle's going to be an absolute champ and take the last hit here. Yeah, and then that's it. See, this time I actually did it correctly. That's the run. It's not worth doing, honestly. This is getting disgustingly close, but because we got the 5 DP, I can just stun him, and then that's it. Yeah, that was disgustingly close to him to walking out. I don't know why. When I did this originally, this wasn't an issue, although I didn't bring Spectre in my original run, so it could be that the pull timing's off a little bit. But yeah, that's it. I wouldn't recommend doing this. There's not really any reason. You don't get anything for it. Just you get to see 705 for the rest of time on the scoreboard. As I say, so I can't really think of any improvements. If you can think of an improvement that isn't Golden Glow, you can. Maybe there's someone that would actually do something in that place, but I don't think there is. The only other thing I thought about was I couldn't think of someone other than Ebenholz that does what I did with Ebenholz there. You could maybe do it. I know you couldn't because you can't type brain guards. You could maybe do it with it, like DJ Umbraco or someone like that, but I couldn't think of anyone. If you can think of a sniper that could do it, let me know, I guess. You could just bring Whistle actually. Whistle probably actually does more damage in one shot than he did with his thing. But I ain't gonna test that. I can't be asked. It doesn't make a difference anyway. It can be the same score. But yeah, like Whistle probably does that. Actually, yeah, she'd summon the things and then he'd hit the things because they'd be summoned after her. So I think actually, yeah, I think Whistle would just do it, but we're not. You know, where's the fun in that? I think they're the other operators. Anyway, this was pointless, and I hope you enjoyed it if you watched it. I might actually start uploading stuff again soon. If you're one of the people that actually used to watch my stuff, I might start uploading stuff again. But don't hold your breath. Peace.